Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new dude. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figgz. I'm with my main man Figgz, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. 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 We Funny AF.
All right, y'all. This is We Funny AF. We got a special guest in the building.
Finally,
Mr. Rhythm. Is here.
also known by Alfonso Vitale. You got a few names.
Y'all do be having
Soul Train, Sonny James,
some aliases and shit. He got about 40 of them.
yeah,
though.
he do.
And some of them are country
Lone
motherfuckers too.
Wolf.
Yeah, I like Lone
Oh,
Wolf.
what's my one nigga's name?
Which one?
G Cutshaw. What's Cutshaw's name?
Clinton G. Cutshaw. What the G stands for good
God.
gosh almighty.
And what about the Harlem Cowboy? Is it you?
He is foolish. That's
Buck
funny.
the Harlem Cowboy. What's his name?
Buck McCoy, Harlem Cowboy.
Harlem Cowboy.
Not sure what any of that means.
That's a
But-
name, nigga.
Okay, but we're gonna do this ear to the street that Figgz wanted to have Mr. Rhythm.
I'm sick of conspiracy theories. And I'm tired of them being down my house talking that bullshit. So today, we're going to put them on the spot.
It's conspiracy theories.
Imperial Live, you know we bring that heat. It's time to get ready for the ear to the street.
So you got to start it because I don't know what we're doing.
I just wish we don't even really need to do this episode. I just need to hit record on my shit when he be down my house and
be saying at your house.
some of that shit because I don't remember everything he be saying. But we just gonna go down the list of conspiracies I believe he think is fucked up or real.
Okay, what's one?
I believe he think it was really a third nigga on the grassy knoll.
On the what?
The grassy knoll.
How many niggas shot Kennedy in your
And what shot Kennedy?
Yeah.
I haven't dug into
That's
that.
when
that's when you left alone, huh?
I have no
Well, let me ask you this.
other than he was digging around in something that they didn't want him digging around in.
Yeah.
Which was
Black
I mean,
which was
how
niggas.
else?
Which was black.
I mean, how else do you kill a president? I just
Well,
I'm sure this country's done worse, but, you know. So what's another one that you want to throw out?
Well, I'm just hitting. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Y'all ain't been watching the news, and I only happened to see this because I was in dialysis.
I watched the news.
Well, did you see where they supposedly found
Alien babies?
corpses?
Yeah, some little corpses. Yeah, I saw that. They look like little shriveled up, little shriveled up, gray, wrinkly, mummified corpses is what they look like, and they try to say they were real.
Alfie,
Yeah.
do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
I believe in aliens.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't. You don't think that you think in this huge universe you the only nigga in here?
I think there could be something out there. I mean, but you know, I ain't never seen those niggas. They ain't never called me, came by, dropped by.
I mean, to be honest,
I'm from the show me state. You show me one, like I remember we was talking about how they found them aircrafts or them supposedly alien aircrafts. I still ain't seen one, but until I see one.
Yeah, but did you know what you looking for though?
No. Are you trying to say that they could just be regular shit amongst us?
A lot of times you don't find something unless you're looking for it.
Well,
but then again, sometimes you find what if you want to find something, you're gonna sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That to me that goes into play both ways. If you don't know what you're looking for, you're not gonna find it. No. But sometimes if you want to find something bad enough, you'll find it.
Well, I ain't looking for no motherfucking aliens. Like I mean, like I said,
you think they exist, you just don't think they've been here.
Well,
right?
I don't. Until you show me evidence that there are signs of them. I mean, they've got all kinds of shit that these scientists say. They got all this shit. They supposed to have Area 51. Yeah. I still haven't seen any evidence that there is life outside of Earth. So therefore, I ain't fucking buying it until you show me, nigga.
Well, to be honest with you, with the ones you're talking about, I'm not buying that. That just look fake to me.
I ain't even buying the motherfucker.
Have you seen it?
I've seen some of that.
I ain't buying the alien spacecrafts. I ain't buying none of that. Like, I just don't. And if you are and you keep it at a fucking secret, then, like, I mean, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, I think I should have the right to know that a little green...
yeah, but you're not going to know
motherfucker
because
walked down the street the other day. Like, he motherfucker called him that he was an alien. I think I deserve to know that I'm living amongst some motherfuckers if it's really some motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I mean, some things they don't reveal because of panic. They don't think that
because the idea of panic because people don't know. They don't know if people can handle it. Right?
Yeah.
They feel like people will.
Well, okay. You don't
shit.
want to tell motherfuckers because you don't know how they handle it, but you wonder how they handle it when them niggas walk in the grocery store and that motherfucker standing there at the counter just out of nowhere. I mean, what kind of shock you think that's gonna put in a motherfucker when his head turn around 360 degrees? And I mean, like, you know, I mean. And everybody, every damn fucking alien encounter I ever heard of, aliens rape them.
That's true though.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
I can't front. That's all I've ever heard too.
Right. So like,
they probing motherfucker. I mean, this is what they call it. So
crop circles, mop turkles. Fuck all that shit.
What about your theory on chemtrails?
Chemtrails.
Yeah, because I think you had addressed that one time. To me, we had skimmed over it one time. But what was your thought on that?
Do you think they poisoning us?
I wouldn't say I'm not going to sit here and say poison, and that's not what I'm saying with these chemtrails and shit that I see. But it's a good way to. If you was wanting to put something in the air, I mean, I'm just saying that's a good way
to do it. Almost
it.
like crop dusting.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. So you think the idea of chemtrails is a possibility that they could be doing something like that.
Yeah, it's a possibility. That's all you know what I
Prince
would be
said
saying
that one
on
time
that.
Too. He said that too.
You know,
chemtrails was a kind of a sketchy type thing.
Yeah.
You know.
People be at me like, do you not believe in chemtrails? I say I don't disbelieve in chemtrails,
right.
it's not nothing I can do to fuck about it.
Right.
I mean, so like,
and we can't prove it either way. But
I don't look up and every damn thing I see in the sky, I be like, "Oh, that's a chemtrail."
Exactly.
Right.
That's all that I'll be saying with that. I'm just saying if that would be a good way.
If they wanted to do
that.
But I feel like
why
would they take a chance of doing that when they could just put it in our food? They could put it in our water.
They could do that too. They could do that too.
Why would you even look suspicious?
And then there's some things that activate some things.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Like
it takes one thing to get the other started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigga, do you believe we landed on the moon? I watched the movie about that. I watched the movie about that the other day.
I just always wondered about that because at the time when that happened, there was such a race to get into space,
right,
and nobody could really pull it off successfully with humans.
Right.
And then to get there. And you look at the footage, and first thing you want to really look at when you look at now is, okay, how did they film it, and
right?
How did the camera
get set up?
Yeah,
they had a camera on the spaceship.
Yeah, and then you think that, okay, we haven't been back since,
right?
Yeah. All of a sudden, the program is just ditched, and it's like,
but we going to Mars.
That's what they say.
Yeah, they do be saying that,
and that's what they calculate mathematically. But yet,
it would take years to happen. What about to get there?
And Elon Musk was the one that was real big on that, and then all of a sudden, he's kind of shelved his program for some strange reason. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you was talking about the whole moon thing. I got a friend that I work with that was talking about it too, and how the moon doesn't turn.
Yeah,
that it's stationary.
Yeah,
it revolves around Earth, but its axis is stationary, so it doesn't really turn. You don't see the other side of it ever. You never see the other side of it. And he was like, "Why is that? Why?" And I think that's more of a scientific thing. As opposed to
it just doesn't turn.
It doesn't turn. It's just how it is. But he was saying how it could possibly feed into the whole filming of it being on a set and all of that. He was trying to tie all that in together for me, and I'm like, dude, I'm not really listening.
No, I wasn't.
But,
no, the theory then was it was a race because there was something that they had recorded that had hit the moon and they didn't know what it was, and that's what inspired
the whole trip up there. Have you seen that video? You too, Figgz. Have you seen that video of somebody that took a shot of the moon and they keep pulling in closer and closer to it, and then you see something trailing off of it? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about. It looked like it was something crawling.
Or maybe walking. Just like no. It was like something in its the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, but if it did, it would be in its atmosphere leaving the surface.
I didn't know that.
Is what they were saying. I like to see if I can find it. I'll let y'all check it out.
And you know
but what I was gonna say about that was though is I have another chick that I used to work with who was a huge conspiracy theorist, and she believed everything she saw. Yeah. And I'm like, you do know anybody could do that shit, right?
Yeah.
Anybody could do that.
Yeah.
You got to come up with something more concrete than just a video you saw on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of tripped me out. What was you going to say?
I was just going to say the only thing weird, what else is weird about that is those people with those Apollo missions that went to the moon's the only ones that's been outside of, that's considered space.
Oh, gotcha.
Even like the space shuttle, they don't really go into space.
No,
it's
they're
like
just in
lower
the
Earth
atmosphere. Yeah.
Those are the only ones. It's like 3 or 4 people.
That's true.
And now it's just what
I just thought
that was weird.
You might have got me. You might have got me.
And now we don't have the technology to get back.
Which is some bullshit. I mean, if we got the technology. I mean, shit. If Elon Musk can make a rocket that sends somebody to the outer atmosphere, they can get to the fucking moon.
That's what they.
So Well, do you have another one?
I got a million.
I got one more I want to throw up because I don't know your opinion on this. Flat earthers, what do you think about that?
You don't say the wrong shit.
You say what you for real feel. That's what I say.
Flat Earth, I get what they think and what they're saying, but it just it scientifically makes no sense to me.
Right.
The only way scientifically that makes sense to me is if there's if the Earth is flat, this part is flat, and there's like a dome
or some shit
over the top. To where it's a kind of
like a fishbowl.
Yeah, or what's them globe thing?
A snow globe.
Yeah. That's the only.
Have you heard their theory when it comes to not being able to go to Antarctica? Have you heard that? Have you heard that theory? Have you heard that one?
It seems like
that they said that you can't go.
But I can't.
And it's true though, because there is a treaty that's written that no one is allowed to go to Antarctica, and that's worldwide. That is a treaty that does exist.
They do have some explorations down there where you can go some places but they say you on your own.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of dangerous places in Antarctica where. I don't know what they call them, but it looked like snow, and you can be walking, and then all of a sudden,
you just fall. Yeah,
that's it.
So I get why they don't want nobody to go there, but another friend of mine,
I know,
was tripping. He was talking about why can't you go past or go to the Antarctica? Why? What's the point if it ain't a flat Earth? I'm like, oh my God, come on now, dude, come on. It's more to it than that. So, what's one you was thinking of, though?
I do think it's kind of a closed system. I don't think it's so easy to get out so far, maybe, but I don't. It's just hard for me to believe the flat.
Yeah,
because the reflections and the eclipses, and then you look at the moon, and it look like at some point in time during the eclipse, you would see some flat shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't buying that shit either. What was another one you want to throw at them?
Do you believe sports is rigged?
Rigged? I don't think they're rigged as far as teams. But as far as I think they're rigged sometimes as far as players gambling.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's the real thing, though. Don't they
exactly
set shit up to fail for somebody else to make money?
It's like point shavings is kind of what they call it.
Oh, okay,
and it would be real easy to do. Especially on a pro level.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I also say if I feel like that about sports, I ain't even gonna watch that.
Yeah, but okay. Well, check this out. Check this out. All right, you play in basketball, right? Especially in basketball. So, all right, you play for the Chicago Bulls, or hell, you play whoever. You play for whoever. Okay, you got a buddy that gambles. He got a buddy that gambles. He's betting, you know him or whatever. Okay, and say. The line for that night is 10. It's a 10-point spread. They don't, y'all play back to backs. They think y'all gonna lose. Say, because they figure, Drell, he's gonna be tired. He's the leading scorer. Okay. Dude's like, man, the line's 10. They such and such. They think y'all gonna lose or whatever. Well, all of a sudden, Drell or whoever the leading scorer is like, all of a sudden now, him tired now, he's got his antennas up. And on a night where he might be chilling, now they supposed to lose by 10. Well, now his antennas is up. Now, really, now the line's changed. If it really in Vegas or wherever the line has changed because now his antenna's up. But don't nobody know but the one that
his friend.
Yeah, he goes slide the bet. Well, now Chicago or whoever wins by 2. or now they lose by 1. Well, now you done changed the whole thing, and he done cashed in. He may not be aware of it. He may be, but sometimes they be in on it.
And he also believes that this is why Michael Jordan retired and Magic Johnson got AIDS.
Yep.
What? Please explain that to me. Please explain that to me.
I think Michael Jordan didn't retire because I think that has something to do with it, but I think his retirement had to do something with gambling allegations that they had to sort out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a theory for real?
I really believe that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because some of the guys he was gambling with.
Y'all should see Figgz.
You go back and look for yourself and tell me is all I can tell you. Look at some of the people that he was involved with. They was
At the
investigating. Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible.
Right.
I'm more concerned about the Magic Johnson situation than the Jordan situation.
Well,
because I mean, he faked having a
and it was at the same time. It was the same time.
He faked having a what?
Life-threatening disease.
Who? Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
So that whole thing is fake.
Just Magic Johnson look like.
Y'all think it was fake? I mean, I'm asking for real.
I don't know for sure.
You got some nice movies.
I don't know, but I mean, how many? I don't know, but I'm just saying. I know Magic got some money, got some good drugs. I'm a Magic Johnson fan, but I mean,
y'all think it's fake?
I don't think.
I'm a little.
I just don't
behooved.
I think that you could have. I think you could have did something different than lie about that to get out of trouble of gambling.
What?
You don't. I'm not going to tell nobody I got AIDS to get out of the NFL. I mean, out of the NBA. Like, first of all, that fucks up my pussy. That makes that makes my family look fucked up. I mean, I'm not telling nobody that just to get out of the NBA due to gambling. I would have just hit the retire mode too. But at the same time, it is questionable because that nigga don't seem to have it no more. But. You know,
and he put a Band-Aid on and tried to come back a year and a half later. Like, nah, I'm good.
But he could have had a misdiagnosis. But they also say the reason how he finally got rid of the HIV is he had the money to pay for the medicine. They say that there is medicine that you can treat HIV with, but it just costs so fucking much money.
Well, no, not nowadays. They have medicine for the HIV virus. It's called PrEP, and it pretty much prepared. It's short for preparation. Pretty much, it prepares you for in case you do come across somebody who has it and the infection is attempted. It'll dead it before it even gets to the body.
Right.
So that's how that works. But then there's also drugs that people take who are HIV positive that takes the virus to such a minimal level that they can't pass it on to anybody else.
Right.
So. But the thing that's weird about all that and Magic Johnson to me is none of that was available when he got it. You know what I mean? No, so the idea that he faked it,
look,
I never.
You just helped this nigga. Look at him over there sniffing and laughing.
I'm just letting y'all talk. I'm just letting you talk.
Well, it's true though because
I'm just letting you talk.
And the thing about it is, I never thought about that at all. That's nothing that's ever went in. You know, in my headspace was I ever thinking
that
about
nigga
Magic
was
Johnson.
smiling,
but I'm thinking though, after I started thinking about it, none of that shit was available then, and people was dying left and right. Dying left, like thousands of people, not millions of people dying left and right, and this nigga did not. So
he got stronger.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, maybe what's something else? We gotta get off this before they come out.
Did OJ did it? Did OJ do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know how I feel about that.
He said, "I need a drink of water."
I know exactly how I feel about that.
Well, after watching, which I love, I still watch it. The Made in America 5-part series.
Yeah.
On occasion, I watch it, and There's no question.
Yeah.
or I'm not going to say necessarily still he had the potential to do all of that, but I'm going to say he was very close and he knew who did that. I mean,
if he didn't do it, you saying?
Yeah. I mean, there's no way he can get out of being a part of that.
Right. What was you gonna say? Since you get your sip of water.
No, yeah,
you good?
I'm good. I was parched. Yeah, I was parched. You got me parched on that.
I want to know what you was gonna say.
Nah, I don't want to say a damn thing.
Say it, shit. I'll say it. I thought the nigga did it. when that shit was in court, I was like, he did that shit. All black people know he did that shit.
But you know, even the motherfucking jurors knew he did that shit.
Everybody knew he did that shit.
Everybody knew.
It's just
but the thing was that the thing with that though is it ain't about what happened. I hate to say that, but it's about what you can prove.
Even deeper,
and that's what.
Even deeper than that, it's all about how much money you got to put behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your defense team. Yeah, and you know, yeah, there was some shit. You just got to watch that 5-part series. This nigga even told you how he
wrote a book.
How he
wrote a fucking book.
And the nigga told you how
I did it.
That nigga told you how he faked the glove.
But it's
because it had something to do with medication or something.
Yeah, he stopped taking his arthritis medicine and his hand swelled up so he couldn't fit the glove. Yeah. I mean, his motherfucking agent basically said this nigga told him, "Yes, I did it."
See, that's some crazy
I mean, basically
shit.
You know, so
and I can't believe you wasn't gonna say that. Now.
I wasn't gonna, because I ain't gonna lie. In the beginning, I was like, "Nah, that nigga couldn't do that shit. That nigga wasn't that stealth." But then they showed me how he could have did it, and he told y'all how he could have did it.
That's the thing that tripped me out. How you gonna come out with a book like that?
That was probably the biggest downfall of a person ever.
There was that for me though that had
because before that, they loved OJ.
Yeah,
OJ was
the shit.
That's why I watch Made of America, because it inspires me because it shows me exactly where he started. It shows me his mind state when he got to college, and when he got to college. I'm not white or black. I'm OJ. That was his motherfucking words. And that's what he believed. And it's just the greatest story of where you should not motherfucking be, because you went from nothing to something to something bigger than life. In the past, you had forgot some shit, and now, nigga, you wearing dashikis and shit, and motherfucking, and that, I mean, you know, like, it just shows you don't ever forget where the fuck you come from.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about that is you will sadly be reminded at some point.
That's one of my favorite shits. I watch it on a regular
when
basis.
You black in America, they gonna let you know at some point that you black in America.
I mean, like, we should have like 9 episodes, because I could hit this nigga all day with some of that shit he be saying.
What's the other one?
R. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
He has some interesting thoughts about R. Kelly.
Robert Kelly.
Yeah. Robert. What? I gotta know. Give it with them deep sides. What? Tell it. I want to know. Hurry up, Negro. Tell it.
He's referring to the reason why I said the real reason Robert Kelly was in jail was because he started asking about his masters.
What?
He started asking about his music.
But that goes down the line of, you know, did Prince die because...
No, and the only reason I say that is because with Kells, it was... Does he deserve to be in jail for all that he did? Yes. But there's some niggas around him that should be sitting in there with him too.
Yes. Of course. Probably his whole entourage.
Yeah,
Man,
'cause
it's
they pretty
some
much
other
all
artists.
guilty.
They
Yeah.
was sitting there
There's
doing
some
shit was
other
happening.
artists.
They was sitting outside the high school with him.
And some other artists. There was some other artists.
Not to mention, who was it? His manager. Did you watch that documentary?
That was
It
rapping.
R. Kelly?
Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah, did you watch that one?
It's been a long time.
Me too. But was it his manager that he said that R. Kelly basically came to him and said, I got issues. I got a problem.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what to do about that.
And basically keep it the fuck quiet.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
He a cog in the wheel. He can't write his damn name. Ain't no way I'm gonna believe that he's leading a criminal organization.
Who?
And he can't spell his own damn name.
Who?
Robert Kelly.
Right. A criminal organization. I didn't know about that.
Well, that's what
what
they got him.
supposed to got him for?
Yeah.
I thought it was
extortion, kidnapping.
Well, I just thought it was kidnapping.
Well, nigga, if you watch Surviving R. Kelly, that nigga had rooms in his house with females in it that he wouldn't even let out of the room. They had to use the bathroom in a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
Nigga,
and they didn't know that until
until he started asking about his nasty.
They knew all. Like, you gonna tell me nobody knew?
I think everybody knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knew Whitney was smoking crack, but then nobody stopped her. Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
That comes with superstardom when you have that.
Everybody knew what the fuck Rick James was doing.
Yeah, when you got a Yes Squad.
Then nobody stopped him.
Yeah.
The only way that you get stopped is you either gonna die, or somebody's gonna blow a whistle of some sort. You know, but it doesn't always happen. I mean, look at Michael Jackson. That's kind of what happened. To him,
how you feel about the Mike incident?
What, his death?
No, just
or
the
circumstances around his death.
No, we going back to the charges.
I just know Mike made
kids.
some enemies. I just know Mike had some enemies because
Michael Jackson was one of the most ruthless businessmen out there. I love Michael Jackson. Do not get it twisted. I love that man.
Mike,
his music is fucking phenomenal.
I love Mike because behind the scenes he was gangster.
Yeah. He really was. I mean, when you look at Paul McCartney and be like, "What's that?" and he says, "That's royalties." Well, I'm gonna buy your music. And the nigga did that shit and bought all his shit and owns it. To this day, his estate owns that.
It's just like Eminem said. Like he said something about Mike. He said instead of Mike motherfucking responding, he said Mike bought the rights to the
bought all his
shit.
Eminem's
so every now he plays a song, Mike gets paid.
You damn right. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Mike was a motherfucker, and I believe he did make some enemies. And
now, as far as the child molestation thing,
I don't believe that.
I don't really believe that.
Their allegations don't add up to me.
Like, no, and all of it had to do with money. They all were just out trying to get money from him.
They knew that every time that happened that he was gonna settle.
But there was some questions
to make that go away
like
because he had the money to do it.
But Mike was doing some things that he really shouldn't be doing as a grown ass man with kids.
But I don't think.
I always feel that. I feel this is what I say about Mike. Mm-hmm. I believe Mike didn't have a childhood because Joe was making him do all that shit.
Right.
And his whole life he had to motherfucking
be a grown up, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
But I believe Mike wanted to get to his. I mean, once he got older, he was going to have his childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He liked to climb trees and shit.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of little kids in and out and back and forth over in his
house. I see
house.
what you're saying, because as a grown man, that don't look good.
Yeah. No, not in any kind of way.
I
mean, and I ain't going to lie. I believe I seen some of the allegations of some of the Wade Robinson and them claiming and then blah, blah, blah. And I think all of that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But you can't make me believe that Mike ain't had one of them kid moments where he might have even said, you show me yours, I show you mine.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I mean, Mike was, I don't know.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this like this. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's true at all, especially with him being black. And then so far along after his death, if it was true, I think they would have put it. They would have destroyed him with it.
But the thing is they tried to destroy him. But he won all his cases because it was really no.
That's why I don't
exactly.
So I don't think he did anything.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. I think it was all extortion.
If they could smear him, they would.
Yeah, and I think especially I watched an interview with one of his nieces. I can't remember which daughter it was. Tito's daughter? No, Tito had boys. I can't remember, but she dated Wade Robinson. So she knew this dude from way back, and she knew he wasn't shit. So anything that he did not surprise her when shit went down the way he did it after Mike died. So I wish I could find. I have to find that interview and let y'all check it out because she pretty much laid everything out as to how it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
I like
so. That was an interesting interview. I have to find that for y'all.
I like Mike because he looked like behind it. As soon as the camera quit rolling, he'll look at me. I smack shit at you with love, but I smack shit at you.
Have y'all seen that clip where Mike fired that motherfucker on stage while he was
doing his verse?
Yeah.
Get a job, Mike. How you gonna feel tomorrow? How you gonna feel when you broke?
I've seen that happen.
You broke down. No job. You lose. Back of the line.
I've seen several artists do that. Not quite as good as he did it, but I've seen a couple do that.
Job gone.
That is what he was saying. I was like, damn,
Mike,
he got fired on stage. Shit. That's some fucked up shit, though. That's funny. Mike was a trip, boy. I didn't know that man from anybody else, but watching some of the shit he did, he was a trip. Yeah, like I said, but what do you think about what we talked about dude earlier? Dick Gregory said about Mike and the whole idea of why he died. Do you think there's any validity to that? What I'm talking about is Dick Gregory pretty much said.
I like that word.
You like that? Pretty much what he said was Mike bought so many people's music rights that Sony was not with that shit when didn't he try to buy Sony?
Yeah.
And
well, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Mike,
he left Sony with over half of Sony.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, it was a checkmate.
Yeah.
Boss move.
Yeah.
And they kind of put him in a position because when he, they tried to put him they tried to bankrupt him too. That's where he was called a devil because that Butterflies album he did.
Yeah, Invincible.
He was like, I'm going to do this one more album for you. Uh-huh. And he did it. And then they didn't promote it like a Mike Jack album.
The day it came out, nobody knew nothing about it.
So they basically tried to break him to where he would have to give that catalog because the Mike Jack budget,
right? When
his album dropped, the concert, this, and this. So if the label don't push the album,
right?
He's Mike's on the hook for all that shit. All that shit they set up. Like, we'll set the tour up. We'll set this. You in Beijing. You in motherfucking Africa. You in New Zealand.
I love saying Bucharest.
All that's booked. Paid for. They ain't going to promote the album.
You over there for nothing. But if I was Mike, I'd have just did the hits.
What? You would?
I just took it back to Billy Dean.
Well, then he left Checkmate with half their shit.
Yeah. Brilliant. But it might have been dangerous to play with people like that. That's the thing.
There's some of those.
There's
some of those that I kind of stay on the line with. I mean, I stay on the line with the Bill Cosby one.
Which was what?
That I feel like that was a setup due to the fact that he was about to buy NBC, and out of nowhere, after how many years, 28 motherfuckers come out the closet and say that he put a pill in their drink and they go to sleep. Not just 5, not just 2, 28 motherfuckers. I mean, they ain't said shit till now. So I feel like that was all scheduled. I believe that was all.
You think so?
Yeah,
and it was.
I wonder about Prince. I wonder about Mike. You know, I do see where they could be. In a lot of cases, any artist, there's more money when they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean, I wonder about some of these rappers that's dying, and these record companies have insurance policies on them, and they're worth more dead than they are alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's some serious greed right there. when you want somebody to die just for the money of it,
Yeah,
that is some crazy asinine shit right there.
I mean,
That's insane. That's insane. But y'all truly don't believe the Bill Cosby thing. Y'all don't think he did that shit.
I'm not gonna say he didn't, but is there not some kind of motherfucking statute of liberty, statute of limitations? I mean, this nigga's 93. This nigga done fucking made movies, Ghost Dad, fucking on tour. And
do you
nobody said nothing.
Do you realize those times too? What was going on? You realize what was going on in them times?
Everybody's probably doing that shit.
You talking about back when it supposedly happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that makes it look more crazier now thinking about it too. That makes him look way crazier than it would have came out then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You talking about a time when they had. You could walk down the street and the daggone porno was playing at the AMC 8 somewhere.
That's New York.
In New
Used to be
York.
like that, yeah.
You know, that's what you was dealing with. They went to the club and you would buy beer and they would just put some cocaine on the table. That's what they was doing then.
Right.
You know,
But okay, then my question about it though is if it did happen to these women, do you think it's something they should never ever bring up again? Or do
no.
You see what I mean?
But what gave you? If you was so all the women was talking about. Well, I was just.
But you talking about we was in the 70s and we was kicking and we was this and all and this and now it's 2020 and now you got a problem with this 80 years old.
But you ain't taking into consideration the psychological damage.
Man, fuck that.
Oh, y'all gonna get so much.
I mean, no. Listen,
I get it.
Listen,
come on,
so
man.
y'all telling me though?
Listen,
no, you listen. I got a question first. So y'all telling me there should be first? You're saying there should be a statute of limitations, right?
I mean, I don't know how deep. I don't know how deep I believe in that. But.
And on top of it, are they supposed to? Okay, what if they did it like this? What if they just came out and said, "This is what happened," and then they didn't pursue anything, but they just said, "This is what happened," and they left it at that? Would that be different?
Would that have been different? I don't think so. I think anytime it would have been a tarnish on his name, whether they was pursuing anything or I mean, hell, I don't even know if they pressed charges or whoever just picked up the charges because of what they were saying.
What they were saying.
So, like, I mean, listen.
If there's some that's been pursuing this whole time and never could get him up because of who he was until then, that makes perfect sense to me.
Okay,
right.
You know, because their voice wasn't heard, and it's no like, wait a minute, he did this.
Janice Dickinson, the loudest big mouth ass bitch in America, who's been trying to get famous for years, waits. Fucking
and then you say,
50
oh, shit,
years.
I'm gonna add my name in there too.
1970
he rubbed on my
to
leg.
2023. That's 50 fucking years. You wait. Listen, okay. You might have said to yourself, "Well, he's a powerful man. I gotta watch what I say. I can't do this. I can't do that." You know what I mean? But how long, you was scared of him for 50 fucking years? Like, so it's just ironic that
the timing of it all.
Of it all. And I mean,
and they was obviously paid off at one point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
was,
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure it's probably.
And now, you know,
I'm not gonna say he didn't do it. He don't deserve what he got. He definitely does. But you know,
but you're just saying there's irony involved when it happened.
Yeah, and I'm saying that like it was a strategic move. You know, I can't fathom why you wait till that nigga 80, 81 already on his deathbed. I mean, got 1 foot in the grave, and I mean, y'all know he did this.
Stupid.
And there had been cases that he had been in that he had paid off, and the bitches still came back to try to get more money.
I want more money.
Yeah, but you know.
What? Okay, we gotta change this because y'all gonna be your girlfriend will cuss you out.
I know. But I just feel I'm not saying that he didn't do it and that he don't deserve to be punished. I just feel there's some questions I want to ask some of them 28 motherfuckers. I mean, like, damn, 28. I mean, you know, I believe Deshaun Watson had how many women massaging his ass?
What? What are you talking about?
There's a superstar quarterback that
be massaging.
had to sit out
in the locker room. He'd be massaging
his whole fucking year last year, pretty much.
In his drawers and his toboggan, he'd be massaging.
He had unappropriately tried to fuck with how many massages? 28
massage therapists?
Yeah,
in the club.
It was so many massage therapists. Like you just like what?
Really?
Yeah, it was in the
like
20s.
A sexual assault type thing?
Yeah, he was trying to get him. He was trying to get a happy ending.
Playing some Nicki Minaj, he be massaging.
I don't understand rich people that do stupid shit like that, because if you want somebody, a chick, to give you a happy ending, they're out there. You just can't be going grabbing whatever masseuse you find
and just
to do that.
I think he was getting, and it was feeling good toward him.
I don't give
and
a
he just
shit.
rolled over.
If you rich, you set that shit up beforehand. Set that shit up beforehand, so you don't gotta go through all this shit. Yeah. You know, that don't make no fucking sense.
When the numbers is in the 20 though,
Laker girls
walk like a duck, walk like a duck, talk like a duck.
God damn it, it's a duck. That shit's crazy. I didn't know about that. That's insane.
But truthfully, fuck y'all conspiracy theorists, niggas. I really don't care. I mean, I still gotta get up, put my pants on, go where the fuck I ain't nothing to stop me from having to live this life that I'm living. I ain't never ran into a motherfucking alien nowhere. And until I do, I don't give a damn, and it ain't one. So.
It's been something I've wondered about.
What,
I'm
people?
like, this motherfucker is like, I don't know what the fuck this.
Somebody's like,
yeah, he really be looking at niggas like,
I don't know. Nah, it's that lady at Disney World for a damn brochure. As she was sitting over her dressed like a damn like a Cinderella or something, or a princess or something. And she was just standing there like a robot or something. She was just standing there. And went up and said, excuse me, she had some maps and shit. And I said, excuse me, can I get one of them maps? And she said, sure. And handed me the map.
And then it just like left as soon as she did it.
It went right back to it.
I said,
did anybody else see
this
shit? And I'm like, but though, in Disney World, they're almost programmed to be that way, though. They train. I ain't gonna say to be that robotic, but they train them to do that kind of shit. That's when you go to work there. They train you to be the nicest, happiest.
Well, you could be friendly, but that was some creepy shit.
That would have me.
That was some Alice in the Wonderland type shit.
I would have been laughing at it.
That was some Alice in the Wonderland type shit.
Well, maybe that's who you was talking to. Yeah. Was Alice? It could have been her.
There's some niggas in the hood.
Well, yes.
I mean, she just.
I wish I could see that shit.
There's some niggas in the hood that's done some robotic alien type shit. I mean, I don't just run into robots and aliens.
Oh, so you just ain't buying it?
I ain't buying it, nigga, until they come knocking on the door fucking with me.
The motherfucker, they gonna show up
When
like
Return of the Civ,
they gonna show up like Zod and Superman. How it's gonna go down?
If that nigga show up like Zod,
you gonna be watching the MTV Awards and that shit gonna go. There is one among you that is like you, but not like you.
Y'all crazy. You got any other theories you want to throw out there, or are we calling it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this deeper shit that I ain't really got to test him on.
Like what?
I don't know. Like his theories be fucked up, and
I don't know what you talking about.
We be playing the game and shit. After we play the game, he'll just sit there and he'll say, "You know what?"
No, my thing with you sometimes is I be trying to get you to realize what's a 6 to some people is a 9 to others. Sometimes you could be in the same room or the same club and see two different things.
Yeah, I do understand. There's all kinds of.
I could go to a club with you and we could be there all night and we leave and you say, "Man, that's the dopest club. Did you see them girls? Did you see this? Did you see the stars? Did you see the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but did you see dude in the corner that was tapping his hip? Did you see dude get beat down in the bathroom? You missed that. Did you see that motherfucker try to take the tip jar and run out the back door? Did you see them girls fighting and you didn't see none of that shit?"
But like with the motherfucking theories is maybe that some shit's normal to me. Maybe I know the government's some bullshit and they probably trying to poison us. So it don't make me feel like I am surprised because niggas say they chemtrails in the sky. Maybe I'm used to that shit. So the other shit I see is blinding me from the shit just normal. Like, I get you, but you trying to say I'm naive or something. Like,
that's all I'll be saying. And then you look at me and say, "That's some stupid shit."
You probably right.
I didn't see it, so it didn't happen, motherfucker.
Okay, so that is
moon stars and motherfucking quasars.
our thought, or not my thoughts, but they thoughts on conspiracy theories.
Fuck conspiracies.
All right, y'all.
Whose house?
Figgz House. But right now, we're going to do a little switch up. It's going to be a Figgz House. Some shit
we're
that
going to
happened to
Figgz's
me.
crib.
Some wild ass shit that happened to me. About, 2 months ago, my doctor, I had one of my... when you're diabetic, you go to the doctor more than the average person.
Yeah.
And everything's usually good with me. Last time I went, though, they had and this is going to be some personal shit. The last time I went, they found blood in my urine. Now, the thing that's fucked up about it is that it's nothing that you can see. It was just when they tested it, they found it.
Right.
So you don't really, you know what I mean? So it's not like
you're not
see
pissing
it.
blood.
And I wasn't in any pain. Nothing was going on.
You wasn't pissing blood.
Right. And my doctor, she's a worry ward. She's like, "Look, we got to get checked because I just want to make sure everything's cool." I was like, "Okay." So she sets me up this appointment at the urologist here in Greenville. And I'm like, "All right, I'm going to go do this." Well, then we started moving. So I ended up moving from where we were to where we are now. I didn't have time to go to that because I had too much going on.
Right.
So I didn't get to do it. So I had to cancel it and do it again. So when I called the woman and asked her if I could reschedule, she was like, "Yeah, do you still want the cystoscopy?" I was like, "Yeah."
What the fuck? Hold on.
We're getting there. I'm getting there.
What's
I'm getting there. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine," because I assumed that's what I was getting in the first place. I didn't know what it was. I was like, "All right." So she sets it up. And then after I leave and I have the appointment set up, I look up the word cystoscopy. It's a procedure that they check to see if there's any polyps or anything like that in your bladder.
Right.
So the more I started looking it up, the more nervous I got because it turns out that it's a camera that's about the size of the pencil lead of a pencil that goes into the urethra, past the prostate to the bladder.
Right.
And the more I started thinking about it, the more I was like, I don't want to do this shit.
Right.
I don't want to fucking do this. I know I got to do it, but I don't want to do this shit. So the day gets closer and closer. And I'm dreading that shit. It's already in my head. I'm already nervous. I looked it up to see if they numb you and any shit like that. But it depends, on where you go. Some numb you, some don't, So I go in the day of, and I go to the front desk, and I'm like, "Do they numb you or anything to do this procedure?" He was like, "No, it's non-invasive." I was like, "Oh, okay. All right, that'll work." So I get back there. Nurse comes in, does what she has to do, sets me up to the height of the doctor, tells me exactly what the procedure is going to be like. They got a little screen right here where you can see what the doctor sees and all that kind of shit. I'm like, all right, cool. That'll work. So the doctor comes in with his other nurse, and they get the thing ready, and they just put it in there. And I'm like, fuck. That was the most horrible shit I have ever experienced.
Hold on. They put it in what?
In your dick.
Oh, my nigga.
It was horrible. I think I saw hell for like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. That shit was horrible. And then as they're doing it, they add water to it, and the nurse was saying, "Here comes the water." And I'm like, okay.
so you compare the water.
He said it just like that. Like I'm supposed to be all right with that shit. Here comes the water. I said, God, I'm like gripping shit.
Yeah.
Damn,
standing on your tippy toes,
screaming loud, and dude is just like saying, "Oh, everything looks great. If you want to look over here, you can see." I can't open my eyes right now,
and I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see that, and I can't do it right now. I can't look at that right now. I can't open my face, my eyes to see that. I can't. And I swear it was only, they said it lasts 30 to 45 seconds. And I think it was like, it felt like years. It felt like years. That was the most horrific shit I've ever felt in my life. I don't wish that on my enemies. Yeah, I ain't going to say that. I might prefer somebody, my enemies, to go through that. But after it was over, I had to go back past the desk, up front desk, and I said, "Have you ever had the same dude that told me it wasn't invasive?" I was like, "Have you ever had this done?" He said, "No." I was like, well, how the fuck you gonna tell me it's not invasive if you ain't never fucking had it done? It was horrible. I just wanted to share that because I don't want everybody needs to get their shit done when they need to get it done and get checked and all that. But I'm just telling you, if you ever have to do that shit, you gonna feel it. And that shit, I couldn't even fucking use the bathroom correct for like 2 days. It was horrible.
I'm just gonna tell you that, like, I mean, I've had so many little fucking procedures that I feel like I've had similar shit. I don't think really I never forget when I went and got an AIDS test one time. The nurse didn't even give me a chance to grab my own shit and pull it out. She just pulled my shit out, grabbed it, and stuck that damn thing in it, and had to hold it there for 10 seconds.
Y'all bring that horror stories.
And I was standing on my motherfucking
They made you stand?
Well, yeah. As soon as I walked in the room, she just grabbed my shit, pulled it out, stuck that shit in it, and I had to stand there till she was ready. And then she took it out, and I was like, "Damn!" She wasn't even. It was no delicate nothing to that shit. Like it was like fuck. But
that procedural shit is crazy.
I could tell you, I could tell you with some of the situations that I had, nigga, I've been in stirrups before. Could you imagine being a man in motherfucking stirrups? And I tell you this, I had some issues with my skin, and I had to go to the dermatologist one time. And I ain't gonna lie, like on my way in, I seen about 5, 6 fly ass nurses. I was like, damn, this is the spot. They looking good. Well, the doctor pulls me into the room and he says, take off all your clothes and get on all fours.
Oh, shit.
So I had to get on all fours with my ass up in the air. And then it seemed like all of them nurses had something to ask the doctor. They was coming into the room while my ass is just wide open up in the air.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Y'all bring
I be feeling violated in them motherfucking places.
You know, I said the same shit when I got back in the court. I said I felt violated.
I said I
straight up. I felt violated.
When you turn 45, certain little shit like that start happening. Somebody's gonna pretty much have to stick their fingers up my ass soon.
I done had to do.
What is it, 50?
Yeah.
No, they do 45 now.
Oh shit,
they've changed it.
Oh,
they changed that age to 45.
I had to do all that too.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago. I had to walk around with that dookie in my pocket.
He said, I hate when he says that too. He said, I got that dookie in my pocket.
Hey man, them colostomy bags ain't no joke.
I ain't with that
either. I had one.
Hey, and it ain't no fun. You just feel like you just stink all the time.
Really? And you don't smell nothing.
You feel fun.
You
do.
Feel like it. You do?
Yeah, personally, I mean, you can use yourself.
Yeah.
But nigga, you know you got shit on your side.
You be like,
I mean, and you ain't never gonna feel good about that.
Nah, you can't be in the club, in the bar, you sitting there with that dookie just.
Oh my god!
What's up?
So yeah, that was
man,
that was my experience.
Yeah,
and
but I'm just saying,
and to my luck, they didn't find any.
That's good.
So everything's cool.
That's great.
That's
but they're thinking it might be a kidney stone is what they're thinking, and it probably is because I've had these little back pains, every so often, and they go away. So
what it is.
That's probably what it is.
You need to drink the hell out some water.
I drink water all the time. That's all I ever drink is water.
Might even need to drink your beer.
I like beer, but I don't want to be spending money on. I mean,
just
beer,
one fucking beer.
Spending money.
Yeah,
one of them 250 Coke 45.
You trying to get me fucked up? I want to be drunk.
One of them steel reserves for 99 cents.
Yeah,
that's tall boy.
I don't want to be drunk. Shit. I mean, past the stone, that's cool, but I don't want to be drunk. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where we at. I'm
just glad I'm the only person that don't get flipped up and turned upside down. Shit,
I ain't never had my ass in the air like that.
Nigga, they've had me up.
That's brand new. So
you can feel you can feel the air hitting your ass. It just feels all wrong, nigga. And they give you them bullshit gowns to put on that don't hide nothing.
Nah, that breeze do be feeling fucked up though.
Yeah.
Y'all need some air in them
feel all
areas.
naked.
Yeah.
Y'all need air in them areas.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're glad you okay.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That was Figgz House.
But the worst is still to come.
Biggs edition. We out. Yo, on this vernacular factor, Figgz got some phrases or words or some shit that he's wanting to share that none of us know nothing about. What you got?
Well, I got laughed at for trying to use these phrases with a youngin'. They looked at me like, nigga, don't ever say that shit again. But a couple of them, and they might be old, but I just figured them out. Like, okay, I'm going to test y'all.
Okay.
If I say, nigga, I got more riz than you.
More what?
More riz. If I got more Riz than you, nigga.
You got Ralph Tresvant tickets,
right? That's what I was thinking. That's what they call Ralph Tresvant. It's Riz.
No, it's not
You
what
got some Ralph
that
Tresvant tickets.
If I say, nigga, your Riz is off the hook, you know,
I have no clue what the fuck you talking about.
Riz is charisma.
Oh, okay. It's just short for charisma.
It's like drip. I got Riz, nigga. Look at my Riz.
Is that new? Is that new?
Well, I was told it wasn't. But fuck it, it's new to me.
Right?
I had to be around for 2 days.
Yeah. I don't know. These motherfuckers got these motherfucking, and I'm gonna even give it up to you. What's
that's gonna be right there with
what's the bitch's name that hosts one of them TV shows? She's been on it for 25 years.
That's gonna be right there with On Fleek.
She kind of look Chinese a little bit.
Big Brother?
Maybe Big Brother. Yes. What's her name?
She's a Asian chick. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Where I got these phrases was her telling one of them talk show hosts, this is what her son comes home and says to her. Okay. But this one ain't too far, because we've been talking about this. We've been doing this for years. But
Julie Chen?
Yeah. But another one is man, you in my business, let me cook. Let me cook, nigga. Or just chill out, man. Let me cook. I'm over here cooking and let me cook, nigga.
What, you talking some shit?
Well, it
sounds like you
when
saying,
you let me cook, just let me do this.
Let me do what I gotta do.
Let me take care
I'm trying to cook, but you up here interrupting me.
Well, as you know,
or you want to see how this is done?
Let me cook. We've been really doing that.
Yeah, we've been talking about cooking.
Yeah, I like that.
I've been talking about cooking in wraps and putting niggas in the oven and all kinds of shit.
That was back when if you smell what the rock was cooking.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you know, that's what they saying. Though,
let me cook.
Watch out, mama. Let me cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just let me cook this.
Wow,
you know what
I hadn't heard that either. That's new. Not like that. I hadn't heard. Like
I said that. My stepson. I heard his face scrawled up so bad.
You heard it?
Well,
it was that bad.
No, his mama told me if you could see his face when you said that, as if to say, "You old ass nigga, don't be doing it.
Don't ever say that shit."
And then another one is pretty simple too. But if you made a funky ass beat and you play that shit for me, I'm gonna say, "Oh shit, you ate that."
Oh yeah, you ate
that.
Yeah. That's big in the gay community.
Is it?
Yeah, that's huge. They ate. She ate. You know, they say that a lot.
Yeah, she ate. Like when she got on a nice dress and she looked good.
Oh, she ate that. Ate that. Yeah, I've heard that a ton of times. I have heard that one. Yeah. That one was new for you?
Yeah, it's new for me.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. You ate that. Yeah, I've heard it a lot. That one's kind of dope though. I like that one. Yeah, that one's kind of fly. What was the first one? That Riz.
Yeah, just add this.
That's gonna be here for like 5 minutes.
But you know,
like Albie said, it's gonna be here for a minute.
Hey, but you never know.
Gone.
Look, it's such a broad span of this bullshit language. It's different language in different places, I'm trying to get y'all ready for when our old asses is in the club and a little nigga over there talking to his boy say, "Hey man, them niggas ain't got the reels I got. Let me cook." Shit, I'm about to get that money. I ate that. Shit.
And after you said that, I'm gonna turn around and say, "Let's cook a ribs."
I'm gonna say, "Nigga, it's time to go."
They ain't got no sauce. They got that sauce.
That nigga said he got more ribs than us.
Wow. Cooking ribs.
And he let me cook.
What that sound like to me?
Let me cook. He about to come over here and do something. It's time to go. Like, he ate that.
Yeah.
Boom, shoot. Let me cook, nigga.
Yeah. Little whoop whoop, nigga.
Little whoop whoop. Yeah, nigga.
That's stupid as hell.
We scrape.
Y'all,
let me cook, nigga.
That's so crazy. But I guess that's the vascular factor for this time.
We educate niggas.
Well, okay, that's what you want to call it. We out. And with this final thought, Figgz is thinking.
I'm a little irritated.
Why are you irritated?
Because it's coming to a point where I'm going to smack a motherfucker on one of them motorized buggies at Walmart.
You ain't bullshit. I be wanting to say that.
I'm going to smack one of them motherfuckers. I don't
pissed
know
me
why
off.
y'all think when y'all own them, y'all have the right to just negotiate all the shit. I can't get to the aisle. I can't grab my shit. And what pisses me off is they own them motorized buggies, but I naturally know that ain't nothing wrong with their motherfucking legs. I see them get off the buggy and stand up and grab shit, then just get back on the buggy.
You ever had one come around the corner and knock your buggy all the way up through the damn aisle?
Yeah. Or just crash into you. They don't give a fuck.
And just look at you like you stand in the middle of the road or something.
My favorite is when you over there in one of the aisles and you pass what the fuck that you was supposed to be getting, and then you put that motherfucker in reverse. You don't even look back to see if anybody's standing there or anything. Like, you just don't give a fuck.
I don't know if I see that one dude, it's gonna be bumper cars up in there. I'm going to go get me one.
The one that hit your buggy.
And I'm gonna go down each. I'm gonna go right.
Nigga, I'm gonna stick a golf cart in that motherfucker. Like y'all motherfuckers, it irritates the
I'm
fuck
gonna knock
out of
his
him.
ass right into the cornflakes.
And I try to be cordial to him. I try to say, "Come on." And I try to wait on them. And I try to be cordial. They don't even say thank you or nothing. They don't smile. They just hit the gas like, nigga, fuck you. I had the right of way anyway. And I'm like, nigga, like, I mean, you running over niggas' feet and shit. You motherfuckers. And then got the nerve sometimes to ask me to reach something for him. You get that up there? Like, motherfucking no. What the fuck you come here for if you can't get up and get your shit?
I miss the good days when kids used to get their ass beat at the grocery store. I used to love that.
That don't happen.
Little
no more.
Timmy be showing up.
I be looking at motherfuckers like, ain't you gonna do something to him?
Hey, yeah,
Like, what you gonna do to him? Sometimes something happened not too long ago on the line, and it was so bad that I just had to turn my head. I just couldn't even look because I wanted to grab the kid.
Boy, you used to, cause on a Saturday morning, a Saturday, you used to see the little kid, about 7-year-old, running with his mama, got his wrist, that little nigga running around in a circle, getting his ass beat.
Dangling, nigga.
I miss that, boy.
I was one of them niggas.
Yeah, you was.
Dangling.
Yeah.
One of them that your mama said, I ain't got no money, so don't ask for nothing when we get in here. As soon as I get in there, Mama, can I get this cereal?
That's what I got my ass beat on.
I told you, little
was a box
motherfucker.
of cereal.
That's because you was mean. You was a mean kid.
It didn't have that prize in it.
You
boy.
probably deserved to have your ass whipped.
I did.
See? You was a mean
I
ass
showed
kid.
out. She did too.
Y'all motherfuckers, the bottom
And
line
I didn't
is,
think she had a switch. And she pulled a switch up out her sleeve like a
bought it in the
sword
store.
in a Winn-Dixie parking lot.
Oh,
And I thought I was cool because I could outrun her. You know, I was like, I show out, I get back home, I just run. I'm cool. We got out in the parking lot. I'm trying to get in the car.
she's ready for
And she she pulled a switch out of her sleeve.
Who was it?
My Grammy.
Your grandmother?
But
She was champion ass beater of the world.
but let me tell you this: does that not affect you to know that she had that switch? Because she knew that she was gonna fuck up.
She knew your little ass.
Yeah, she was ready for your ass before y'all even went to the grocery store. And she said,
knew
"Yeah,
your ass
I
was
know this nigga's going and I'm gonna be ready for his ass. I ain't waiting till I get home. I'm tearing his ass up on sight." Like,
That's back in the day when you could do that shit.
I mean, you know, I would expect somebody to keep a belt on hand. They might even be wearing a belt. But I ain't never had nobody had the switches on prepared like that.
Was her.
Not like that.
She was double fisted with it.
I
with
think
them
she
switches.
She wanted to whoop y'all's ass.
They was mean. They was mean.
She had them switches, one in each sleeve with the leaf on the end.
No, that leaf was deadly. But my mama used to braid switches.
She used to pull them out like
my mama used to braid switches.
Okay.
She'd get 3 switches, step on the end of them motherfuckers, and break them. They would not break.
No,
it didn't matter what you would do.
Oh,
It didn't matter what you did. They was flexible.
my Grammy was a ninja warrior. She had a switch in each sleeve. That was her weapon of choice.
She was like,
She
like
pulled them
Wolverine.
double switches out.
You call your grandmother Ahsoka. 'Cause that's what she had. She had them 2 sabers. Your grandmother was
What'd you
Ahsoka.
say she told Alfie one day?
You a shit. You ain't nothing but a shitty ass, shitting ass shit. Boy, I hollered. That was laughing my ass off. And he was. It ain't like she lied. So that was your final thought.
Well, yeah, we went further, but at the same time, just do better in the motherfucking stores. Do better.
Y'all, check us out.
I will smack one of y'all motherfuckers.
Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
I smack you right off of that motherfucker.
Or wherever you get your podcast.
I be wanting to tackle y'all motherfuckers.
We out.
Smack your ass with a bottle of bleach.